Everybody has an unforgettable day. A day that you remember what you were doing, where you were, and it either caused you, this unforgettable day either caused you great happiness, great sorrow, or another emotion that you just cannot forget. I have several unforgettable days. One of the most vivid, unforgettable days was the day that I gave birth to my first child, my daughter, Brittany. And that's been, I hope she don't mind me saying that, close to 39 years ago. I'll never forget the day. Never forget the day that I found out I was pregnant with her. When I was living in New York, single, and all of those emotions. That was a good, unforgettable day. My other unforgettable day was the day that a few years later, when my dad passed away, and I was in my apartment with my children, and I was gonna, a few days before I had stopped traveling and going to this church that I was in, because I know it was the good Lord himself who dealt with me and said, you need to stay home because your dad would not be with you long. You will have plenty of time to go to church, but you do not have a lot of time left with your dad. And it was a Sunday morning. I was in my apartment with my two little girls, getting ready to go to my mom's house to visit my dad when my uncle's wife rang the doorbell and came to get me because she said, Janice, your dad has passed, and I came to get you so you will not be alone. That was one of the nicest things that someone did for me on that unforgettable day. Now, I had another unforgettable day. I could go into a lot of them, but the most unforgettable day that gave me a lot of strength, drew me closer to God, and gave me a pair of, you know what, that y'all say in the world, that came from heaven above, was when I saw a loved one's picture all over the news for crimes that they were involved in. I know what I was doing. I was, days before, I kept hearing the word trouble and woes, all in my spirit, and death and trouble, death and trouble. And I set my loved one down and I spoke to him.